Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the DreamHack Open 2015 Valencia. We are halfway done with the round of 16. So few players remain to decide who will come onto the stage tomorrow to play in the big show. And of course, you can see the first man that will begin this next match, who's been, well, it's actually, I guess, maybe perhaps a bit young for that term.
A little bit. Yeah, I guess young man would be okay, but yeah. It's very exciting, man. I can't wait to see how this one is going to go down.
Yeah, he said before that he probably is not going to go for macro games against Zergs that he feel are better than him, or even players just in general. And also, his builds over the course of this entire tournament have been broadcasted. You know, they know what he's going to do. I'm sure True's going to come in here, and he's going to be like, okay, I know exactly what kind of player you are.
Yeah, expecting that one base immortal play, no doubt. As we did see in those last 3 games against Symbol. So, yeah. Oh, 2 games, but...
You seem pretty confident, though, that it's not a one-time build. It's something that you can use over and over again. Maybe not the exact same way. Maybe hit different timings. Like he said in the game, same too, Arium said, if I had gone earlier, it was my mistake. He seemed to think that it was still the correct build to do on that map.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. And I guess in a way it could have worked out. When you go back to that game, it was mostly just Roaches waiting to defend until Hydras came out. So, sure, maybe there's a timing you can find there, but... is he really going to do it against someone like True? I don't know.
Like True might be more crazy than Arium in terms of his build selection.
True is crazy. He's a crazy guy.
I think when you're playing against someone that does crazy builds like Arium, though, he's going to account for a lot of weird stuff that could happen in the early game. Because you think about the idea, like the advantages that you have of opening with that quick gateway. Like there's no fast Ling cheese that's going to get him. Then you have the quick immortals. So that, like most mid game weird cheeses, like you have a decent counter for. So. Either you do the Muta Rush that he metagamed against, Symbol earlier, or you have to just play straight up, which is where, he's going to try to abuse all the little niche details of Zerg openings. So that's to me the most interesting part of this, because I still think that Arium's got at least a couple other builds that he had, that he would either use on ladder normally, or that he's purposely, going to bring out because they haven't been shown yet in this tournament.
You also have to wonder which maps will be left unlocked, because Arium made the really strange choice of leaving open bridgehead, leaving open dash and terminal.
Yeah, that's so weird to leave that map open.
And True's also the same kind of player who will say, I'm going to leave open a map that people usually ban because I have something crazy planned for it. So when these two go head to head, it could be very crazy.
It'll get very weird for sure. But I think as well, if True's going to go for normal True crazy sort of style and go for proxy hatcheries and stuff, that's really going to play into this style that we are seeing, the one base immortal. Yeah. I guess when it's strongest is that kind of...
I think especially for someone like Arium, as we go into this match, he's going to be looking to use his micro, especially in crazy situations, to pull ahead, because his control was very good in those games. Yeah. And I would offer that, the game he won against Symbol on Bridgehead wasn't even just because of builds, it was also because his control was so good with the War Prism, with the Immortals, and you don't want to put yourself in a position where your opponent can get ahead of you just because of that. We can take another look at the bracket as we get ready to go into this match. We can see where everyone lies so far. We've sorted many of these games. Fantasy will be playing against Patience in the round of 8. Marine Lord will face off against Curious. Oh boy. What do you guys think of those matches that will be kicking off with tomorrow?
Man. I'm kind of surprised Patience managed to take down Gumiho.
Yeah.
That's a huge win for Patience.
I think that's a pretty big upset, in fact. Patience is a great player, and I was talking before, the Dead Pixels players, I said from the beginning, I think they're going to do fantastic this tournament, but at the same time, it's Gumiho. I'm really surprised by that result. For Curious versus Marine Lord, I think Marine Lord's got a pretty gigantic game ahead of him. Curious, on the interview, he's like, oh yeah, I just win so much in ZvT, it's no big deal.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting how he said that too.
Seems very confident.
Especially considering, Marine Lord's penchant for mech in the EU style against Zergs.
Oh, yeah.
Because we're getting to that part of the tournament, guys. We got some non-Koreans potentially in the top 8, potentially a few more now. Which of them are going to make it to the Final Four? Do any of them actually have a chance to make it further than that?
Yeah, that's a good point. And maybe Marine Lord has a chance there. Curious played well today, but he did get tested. He certainly went the distance with Cyril. Those were great games. And
he did give us a very cryptic response when we asked him, how's your ZvP.
Yeah, that was super
he was
weird.
Like, I'm good in practice.
It was really
And
weird.
That was all.
When I practice, I win a lot. It's very non-descriptive, super general.
Doesn't want
It's
to give away too much.
Generally, all the guys we consider favorites, like none of them have really come out and said, "Yeah, I'm the favorite here." I don't think they're like, used to being in that position where like, "Oh yeah, there's no one in this tournament better than me."
It's like, oh wait, Parting actually didn't sign up for this one. Well, I actually have a chance.
Maybe I do have a chance. Maybe this is my tournament.
It's a big opportunity for a lot of these guys, and as we get ready to go into this match, I actually believe the match is ready, so we can go into Arium against True, find out if the last American. Well, the only American player here can continue his hot streak in his best tournament result this year. Let's kick it over to you guys. Good luck, have fun.
Welcome back, guys. Over here at the casting desk, we're about to jump into another PvZ here. Arium versus True, the last American hope up against a very strong and flexible Zerg player.
Flexible, I like that, fellas.
You guys were saying crazy, wonky.
Well, he is.
But
is he?
the thing for me is I really respect him as a player. He does show some really strong games, and I wouldn't consider him like one of those crazy guys like Leenock, where you could just,
He always expands to the gold base.
Yeah,
no
something
matter
like that.
what.
I think True is a bit more solid overall.
Yeah, he's solid, but I don't know. Like he's a fantastic player. I love True so much. I loved him a lot more when he was in his old team in Casper there. That was like the time when we'd see him all the time in Pro League as well, where he was just doing so well.
Yeah.
He was really one of those inspirational Zergs, and a Zerg that I thought was going to be like top of the world at some point.
Oh yeah, his Ling Bane style, just that super ground. What is it, the runaway train? I think they called him, where he just non-stop attacking against Terran and even Protoss.
Yeah, and just he's constantly at proxy hatcheries and stuff against Protoss. He was like one of the first Zergs in Korea to be doing that sort of style. And yeah, since then he's come up with a ton of different crazy things. So I can't wait to see what he's got planned for someone like Arium.
Well, let's see what he's got planned. Let's see what both of these players have planned. In the top right, in the red, our Protoss player. He is Arium.
Down here in the bottom right, we do have that blue Zerg, True. Well, Valdez. The map is going to be Iron Fortress to start things off, which is also pretty interesting. A very open map. A map that you wouldn't really expect a Protoss to want to be on.
Yeah,
except for
interesting
Arium.
that it makes it through. That's a good point, too. Maybe he just, walls the top of his ramp, and he's like, all right, let's do it.
All right, one base.
One base Tempest, here we go.
Oh, I want to see that against the Zerg. That would be
He said he had
interesting.
more builds up his sleeve, so.
Yeah, well, I feel like we are going to see something like that, considering where he's put his pylon, the map it is on. Like, this is very rare that you'd see a Protoss go to 3 base macro on this one.
Yeah.
Even the best of them. We've seen Classic time and time again go for very quick aggression on this kind of map.
And if even Classic, a guy who's so strong in macro, even if he doesn't want to play 3 base on this map, pretty much no one's going to do it. And Arium, he's like the total opposite end of the spectrum in that fact. Well, here we go. It's True.
The craziness has begun. True going to go for the 3rd base hatchery to start things off here. So
What do you think about that? What do you think is the logic behind this?
I think he's scared of a Forge cannon rush, maybe? I don't know. It doesn't really make sense either because it's Arium, and I'm sure True knows exactly how Arium's going to be playing. So maybe he's just trying to deny as much information as he can as well. Throw it out into a weird place so he scouts it less. Maybe he doesn't scout it at all. Like, he simply goes, scouts the bottom right, sees no hatchery. Maybe moves on. I don't
even
know.
at this point, Arium is not going to go for the scout. He's shown that before.
Yeah, he's just simply going to tech up.
Yeah. Thank you, Funka. That will be the pylon that houses the one base tech of Arium.
The one base robo. I have a good idea, actually.
Which tech will it be? That is the question.
It's like one base DT rush or something. Like, okay, I guess that works.
The
too.
Overlord is watching and he's like, what?
Somehow Arium still makes it work. It's like, well, this game is just weird. I don't understand.
True thinks he's got him figured out, but actually there's a hidden robo on the base with a warp prism.
It's like inside True's base as well, and it creates 2 immortals that kills the lair and wins the game.
That's
look
definitely
at this.
what's going to happen.
He did actually get that hatchery in his normal location just a little bit later. So everything is normal with True. Nothing too out of hand, nothing too crazy. He's also getting earlier gas, so he can go for that quicker Zergling speed, which he's probably want to have against someone like Arium, who is going to start applying the pressure early.
Yeah, I like it so far out of True. You know, he went pretty safe even with the scouting, sent out a extremely early drone to do what he was doing, you know, to put that hatcher in the weird spot even. And so he's going to be pretty safe behind this. Arium is going to start to put on the pressure. He's already sending out this Zealot. And he's going to go straight to the third base. Somehow he sniffed this out.
It's like he already knew Valdez. So let's see here. Not going to find... Oh, he's going to find a couple of drones. Lings are already being spawned to deal with this one Zealot harassment.
Yeah, well, he's going to deny the mining at least for a bit.
Do a little bit of damage there.
Maybe even trade against the Lings. It looks like True's not going to chase it for now. But we do have the Mothership Core already on the map, and I think there was a Stalker following up too.
Link speed on the way as well now. Looks like the Overlord's going to tie up the Stalker for now.
Yeah. The Mothership Core there with the Zealot, and it is a Twilight Council Moonglade.
Oh, interesting. Well, could be either that Blink Stalker style we did see from Arium in that game 3 against Symbol, or maybe he will go for DTs. That would be a lot of fun. I would like that a lot.
I think it's going to be the Blink Stalkers, though. It worked out so well against Symbol.
Oh, Ling's doing some damage here. I think he's going to get 1 kill at least. Ooh. Best start for Arium.
See how many disgusting sounds you can make for all the viewers.
Well, more damage coming down.
Blink.
Blink it is.
Yeah.
All right.
There we go.
I think True might have sniffed this out as well. You know, he's seeing multiple Stalkers already. This kind of gives it away, but
Wait,
look at that.
What?
All right. Both.
Okay. So I guess he's going to distract with the Blink, try to put on a bit of pressure. Hopefully True forgets his detection, and then just go for the DTs.
This is kind of a scary thing. That is such a gas-heavy sort of build, and we're only seeing 2 gases so far. The other ones are being added now. A little bit later, though. Look at this. 1 Zealot can be caught out.
Look at that micro.
Beautifully done.
Saves them all.
Well, sees the front, sees a bunch of Stalkers.
Yeah. Is True.
Look at this. He sniffs it out. He knows.
Yeah.
It's like Dark Shrine. I figured you out, Arium.
He doesn't even have to look. I think at just this point, I was saying it before, is Arium figured out? In a way, he is, especially with such a smart player in True. He knows what's going on. Even if there isn't Dark Templar coming out, he's going to have those even for Oracles. They are in the Dark Templar spot, you know?
Right.
But at the same time, it's just safety. You might as well do it against this player.
Against this player, absolutely. You want to, you don't want to cut corners. You want to make sure you have all the kind of defense available for this kind of very early aggression.
Yeah. And look at this, just going to have 2 more gates added on here. Not very surprised. Going to go for a total of, it looks like, 5 gates for now.
A bunch more Lings being made as well. Look at all those gateways being added. So it is going to be a Blink Stalker follow-up at the very least. A lot of pylons going down, a very close by one, but True's going to scout that out in a second.
That's pretty unreal. He, like, just knows.
That poor queen.
That's a bit... unfortunate there. But he will find the pylon at least.
I don't know what happens with that queen, man. It's a horrible situation. And look at this. Blink Stalker's being warped in. 2 DTs going towards the third base. Going to be looking to deal with this Spore Crawler.
Yeah, there's 1 Spore Crawler, but only 2 queens over here. Can he focus down a bunch of drones or even go for the Spore? Looks like he's just going to go for a bunch of drone damage at the same time. A lot of Lings running across the map for a big counterattack.
That is so many. Look at that. He made an Archon, the last of his HP on that DT. But this Ling counter is going to do so much work. He needs to warp in a DT to defend here.
Everything's in there. You know, he gets 1 sentry out, but it's just not enough. 1 DT is going to be warped in, and at the same time, a big surround there on all the Protoss units.
Oh, he's getting a decent surround. Yeah, it looks like he's going to wipe it out with these 2 Spine Crawlers finishing up as well. So many probes going down to the natural. And now he's going to focus down the Nexus as well. Just ignore his DT.
And everything has been cleaned up back at the base of True. It looks like True in a fantastic spot here to take game number 1.
Oh, he's dancing his Lings as well. Why not? That is a lot of DTs. Great. That is like 5 DTs cleaning this up right now. So he's not going to get the Nexus. Maybe a little bit of a waste there with the dancing of the Lings. He probably should wait for detection.
Looks like he's just going to go for the Nexus anyway.
Oh, man, a lot of Lings are going to be going down. He gets the Nexus.
He's so far ahead at this point, it just doesn't matter.
I guess not. See
2 probes
destroying a pylon that they accidentally made. And now Arium in a pretty tough spot.
What can he do? Make a bunch of Archons and try to push across the map?
Yeah, he could be doing that. I really think True needs to get into lair tech and start making some overseers.
He's pretty much only got Lings out of the map, Lings and Queens.
Yeah, well, we did see those 4 of those DT Senator and Archons, so he can actually deal with them with Lings now as well. Going for that counter attack, but he's going to run into a wall.
Yeah, not going to do much damage, but it will draw some of the units back at least. You know, not bad. Gaining some time for himself at least.
Ooh. Big hits from the Archon, but here we go. Does he have enough Lings out now? He's got quite a few. There we go. Gonna go for a surround here. Oh, nice. Just going for another dance.
And he just runs away. He's like, okay, I'll give you more time. Warp in a bunch more units. I don't care.
Oh, man. I guess, imagine he lost the game from here. That would just be so funny.
That would be so embarrassing.
I mean, it's going to be hard to try and deal with this with Lings. That's a lot of Archons.
Another Time Warp coming down.
Yeah, Blink Stalkers as well, and a DT in there.
True wants him to get out of the game. That's for sure, but he's got to be careful.
True is not impressed with this. He's going to go for that big attack here. And Lings are getting a decent surround, at least one of these Archons. Maybe he can wipe it up.
Yeah, he should be able to get one. Another one getting pretty low there on his shields, and it will go down. And the last of the Protoss units are being cleaned up. GG, True will take game number 1.
Very nicely done. True showing off to his friend there. Look at that. I danced my Lings. I cheered.
Yeah.
In bad manner. But
well, I don't know. In a way, it is BM, but at the same time, he's kind of saying, "Hey, man, you're a cheesy player. I know exactly what you're doing. You're 15 years old. I want you to get tilted." You know,
yeah.
He is a very young player. You know, going for something like that definitely can get in the mind of Arium.
No doubt, very emotional. Yeah, that's just at that age, you know, whether they want to be or not, they are going to be angry little.
No matter how much they say, they're not. They are.
Yeah. Well,
but,
it's just a good idea from True. You know, True. A bit of a showmanship there. I love to see that. We don't nearly get to see that enough from
especially from
Koreans.
The Korean players.
Yeah.
But sometimes they join a foreign team and they just let it all go, man.
They just get that attitude, man. I mean, look at MC. That guy went crazy when he got outside.
Pretty
of Korea.
perfect example, actually.
Perfect example, indeed. But no, great play from True. He kind of read Arium like a book.
Yeah.
Knew exactly what he had planned.
He was like, I'm just going to cover all bases here, get out a couple of spores, just be safe. Why not? Because True, I feel like against Arium especially, if you can make it to the mid-game or the late game at all, you are going to win.
Yeah.
And it seems like word has gotten back through the Korean grapevine, and True is pretty on point with his defense.
Yeah, it's kind of like if you weather that early storm, you're pretty set to win the game, as long as you haven't taken too much damage.
Arium looking a bit sad, but we'll see if he can pull out any other builds here against True going into game number 2. The map is going to be Bridgehead, Moonglade.
All right, so another interesting map here.
I want to see him do the Immortals again.
I want to see how True reacts to the Immortals. I think he's just going to mass Lings. I think he's going to do exactly what Simmel does, but he's going to transition at one point.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Maybe.
Well, let's jump into game number 2 here. And over on the left side of the map in the red, a Protoss player, it is Arium.
And to the mid-right of the map, it is the blue Zerg player winning last game, True, from Dead Pixels. Looking great in game 1, showing a bit of spunk.
You were going to say something there as I transitioned into the game. What was it? Do you remember?
No, Valdez,
That's all right.
I completely forgot.
That's all right. I put you on the spot. It's all good.
No, I think I was probably just going to actually mention it was going to be the map, Bridgehead. And I was like, oh, Brendan, you might see Immortals once again. But look at this. We're actually going to see True going for the same build as well. He's going to throw a hatchery up there. It's going to force Arium to go for this Immortal play. And we're going to see Mass Lings, and he's not going to transition. He's going to lose the game from there. We're like, well, why didn't he transition, Valdez? We've already figured out this game.
I don't know if he's going to the same position, though.
It doesn't
Looks
look
like he's going to go for the high ground.
What if he went for the inside area? He could go for the
What if he went for the back door of Arium, Moonglade?
Maybe he just does it on the other side. It's like super weird. Or you could just go for a scout. I mean, that could be a thing too.
Yeah. I was looking forward to the crazy game, but anyway, this is also a good idea. We might as well.
He just sees exactly what's going on. It's the same build that Arium does every game. So far, so good. Let's scout out the gases here.
Gonna go down for the base, not in his back door. Kind of deciding that that's, a bit safer, I suppose.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I like it because, I mean, if you are intending to go for 3 bases, getting the outside one first means you're going to have better creep spread onto the map. And, you know, you can get that backdoor one at any time, and it's going to be the safest base to get on the map.
Yeah. It's kind of what he did in the game number 1 on Iron Fortress, where he went for the third base first.
Yeah, it's interesting that he kind of goes for that every map. It makes sense on this map simply because of that reason, but maybe there's another one. Maybe we can ask him if he does win this best of 3.
Well, he's looking pretty good to win it so far. But we have to wait and see. You know, maybe Arium can come back and win this one. True is going to go for that third base in the back door. So our suspicions are confirmed, Moonglade.
Indeedly so, Valdez. We know exactly what's going on. But from Arium, we do not. He could be anything at this point. I wouldn't be surprised if we do see that Robo go down and he goes into Immortals and we see that style again as well. But we don't exactly know what other sort of styles he does have.
Yeah. I think he will do it. I do want to see him do it too. Just to see if he can make it work. Because he said in his interview, he's like, oh, I didn't care. I was just going for that. Like, I could just do it. And we do see the robotics facility on the way.
There we go. So it is the same map that he did it on last time, so why not throw it out again? True is going to be a different beast, though. True is already looking to play a completely different game to Symbol.
Yeah. This is kind of what I was expecting. True is just such a smart player, especially in these scrappy games.
And look at this. He's going to try and deny this drone scout because he knows that the longer this drone scouts the natural, that the more of an idea True has of the style that he's playing, and it is going to be that, obviously, one base style.
But look at this. Overlord coming in. He's seen the pylon. He knows where the tech goes down.
Yeah, he's got an idea.
Yeah. I think he will sacrifice it. He does see it and immediately turns around.
Yep.
There you go.
Mortal cooking. So it's going to be up to True to kind of go for the style that he thinks is best against his one-base Immortal play. And I'm curious to see what he's got planned, you know. Is he going to go for just a Ling-heavy style until he reaches to Hydras? Or is he going to go into Roaches from there? How is he going to play this one out? Because Arium did say, you know, there is a timing when there's enough Immortals out that he can just crush this 3-base style of Zerg.
Yeah. Well, we'll see if he can make it work against True. True's going to be the big opponent. Doing some nice harass damage to the drones over here. By the way, the probe in the same spot in the top right, looking for the same position on that pylon.
Yeah, how about that? This is how much he's practiced this style. He's got everything on clockwork. I'm just going to do a little bit of damage to this back debris. That's going to take infinity years with 2 Lings. That's
exactly 1 infinity years.
It's a very long time, Valdez, but that's how long it takes to get rid of debris with 1 set of Lings.
Yeah.
Oh, this Overlord?
The Overlord is already looking. But he's going to miss it. We'll see.
He sees the mothership.
Yeah.
He's like, well, why is there a mothership core up here? Why is it actually AFK in the top right of the map? I'm not sure, but it could be something else up here.
Look behind the third base. I think there is a ledge there. We can actually drop down and do some damage to the drones.
Yeah. Certainly, Immortals will be able to shoot.
Well, over there to the right, I think, is where he's going to go for.
Yeah, it looks like it. He's heading up that way now.
Yeah. Well, he's just going to drop into the mineral line, it seems, here. We'll get to see a bit more of his micro, but already so many queens ready for the defense.
Look at how many Lings are getting ready to counterattack. I did think Arium has no idea this is actually happening. He's got a nice little wall off there.
Yeah.
But Lings are still going to get to work on them when they finally get through the debris.
It's kind of the way he's been dealing with this, you know, even in the last game. But here we go. The Warpins are going to come in, but more Lings coming towards the front. The Mothership Core has found the back door.
Oh.
And there we go. He's going to try to take down a Queen.
He's going to try and take down a Queen. But look at this. Because he warped in at True's base, there's no warp-ins to help out against these Lings.
It does have 1 Sentry and an Immortal just popped out. Will you have enough here? Insane force fields. They're actually going to cut off a lot of the Lings. And again, once again, more great micro here, just picking up everything before it gets too low.
Yeah, being very aggressive. He's got to be careful of that Warp Prism getting pretty low as well. And he didn't find too much damage there. A lot of Lings are the ideal counter from True for this kind of style.
Keep in mind that True is playing a very low economic style. He's only got 21 drones. He's only now making more drones. He's got 3 bases. He's able to make a lot of Lings, but that's essentially it.
Yeah.
Maybe this is his answer, but
it's very similar to Symbol's answer, but this time bases are a lot more intact. He's going to go for a big counter here. Rocks are nearly down. But I do think there's going to be a couple of Immortals at least waiting for Arium.
Yeah, look at all his sentries. He's more than prepared for this.
Yeah,
but
he actually made a lot of sentries this game, a lot more than last time.
But again, like even if he does stop this attack, like I don't know. I mean, True's got 3 bases still.
Look, And my idea from the first time we did see this style, adding a forge, going for that +1 is going to be the hard counter to mass lings.
Yeah. Looks like he's identified, that Drew is going to go pretty heavy in those lings. And he's like, okay, this time I can go for it. He's kind of hidden the Warp Prism in the main, by the way. Drew has not spotted this just yet.
Yeah, this could be a big problem. No +1 just yet, just cannons for now. So maybe it's not what I dreamed about, Valdez.
Well, I think it would be a fantastic idea.
I think it'd be a great idea. I think it'd be perfect.
Maybe just foregoing it. But anyway, he's going to come in the back here and clean up the 2 drones that were mining at that backdoor base. It's going to take forever for those links to get through.
Yeah.
I think he can just sit back there with the 2 sentries and the mothership core and defend forever.
It's going to do too much damage. Photon Overcharge was activated too, but it's out of range.
Ooh, look at this. He's got this really scary Protoss army coming towards the backdoor rocks. Those Immortals can make quick work of those.
Yeah, he's actually going to give up his base here. Links are coming in, but it's so low already that Immortal could actually focus it down.
Yeah, it looks like he's just going for trades on Lings, funnily enough.
He's going to get down that hatchery.
Oh, and the Lings, they slipped through.
They slipped through. Force Field stopping him for 1 more second.
But they're in the main.
Yeah.
But at the same time, can True deal with how many Protoss units are in his main base?
A lot of Links coming in here. You could go for that surround, or at least force out a bunch of force fields.
Also, it looks like the Warp Prism went down. So Arium not going to be able to micro his Immortals as he has done earlier on in this game and similar games like it.
Looks like he's going to stay behind the mineral lines for a while. He did get that hatchery down, which is it's a huge advantage, but I don't know. You can't really reinforce from there either, which is another redeeming thing.
Oh, he cancels the gateway. And the Lings all get through. Maybe he's like, okay, whatever, I don't care.
Yeah, well, he's got Photon Overcharge.
Yeah.
So he shouldn't be too worried about this.
And once he gets a Warp Prism over there again, he can continue to do that crazy style with the micro.
Look at this. A bunch of queens have been made. Could help out with dealing with that next Warp Prism as well as, I don't know, maybe do some damage to these Immortals that are sitting behind the mineral line.
Yeah. Once again, True just going to continue to fight at this back door. He's got so many Lings back here, and still no force fields have been used.
Oh, here we go. Immortals are moving out. Still a bunch of Lings waiting for it.
Oh, and the Lings get through. They're going to get a surround on these sentries, but it's not going to commit.
Oh, wow. Committing to this instead. He should get these queens down here to help out. And big surround here. A lot of Lings are going to go down for no reason at all. Oh, man.
Yeah.
It's actually a bit of a waste from True. This actually brings me back to Pro League when True was doing this a little bit.
But look at this.
Oh.
Getting some damage done, and then he's going to kill that economy, and he finally kills everything. Haha, GG. Good luck.
GG.
Arium will go down.
All right.
True laughing at it, too.
Bit of an anticlimactic ending there. Very surprised at how that ended up, actually.
Yeah.
It's a great surrounding with those Lings from True. You know, he kind of had it on lockdown, and that persistent attacking from behind just got him into the mineral line eventually. There's no Photon Overcharge available. Started to lose probes, and that was the end of that.
Yeah. Arium, he's got such a cool style. He's made it so far here in this tournament, but unfortunately, we are going to have to say goodbye to our last NA player.
One and only, so yeah, it was entertaining games. He definitely really mixed it up, which is just refreshing to see.
Yeah, he makes the series fun, True as well. You gotta love the dancing Zerglings, really handling Arium's style with ease.
Yeah, certainly so. And very fun stuff from both.
I guess like tested on NA ladder doesn't exactly mean tested on a world stage.
I suppose so.
Well, he certainly tested it now.
Although you did say he did beat Chaedong with it in one game too, right?
Yeah, well, he was telling me about it. That's why he liked it so much. I think it might have been in like a qualifier game or something of that sort very recently.
Right.
But you gotta give him at least some respect. Like he recognized that the odds of him winning in a long game were so short that you can't really fault the guy for going for such crazy builds.
No, not at all. I mean, it's a great style. We don't see this style ever from anyone else. So props to him for busting it out and actually getting success, beating Symbol.
Yeah.
He beat a Korean per gamer,
He
guy
did.
that lives for StarCraft II right now in Korea.
And he beat the two, what we consider like the two best non-Korean players at the moment as well to get here.
I mean, he should be very proud of himself. And at 15, like, he should move to Korea and move to a Korean pro house right now, and he'd be just fine. Like,
well, he'd get those builds hammered out of him quick.
Yeah,
give him 1 week, you would never see that again.
They would give him the cane for what he's done. How dare you do that in our practice house? And that's exactly how it would happen.
The insolent American cheesy mentality. I mean, his micro's good enough, right? So, well, we actually have True here, the man who danced his Zerglings in the face of Dark Templar.
Hey, you want Korean or English? We'll do English.
Both.
Oh.
Both?
Both.
Okay.
Okay. So, what did you think of Arium's play style?
Very strange. I first time.
First time?
이모토 one base 이모토.
First time ever.
It's crazy. Did you talk to Symbol at all before a match?
I so I win.
Right.
Do you think it's a good build if you play it well, or do you think it's just not a good build?
If I but I think not good for me
Oh.
because I like juggling. 이모토 can't kill juggling.
Do you think like if a top Korean Protoss used that build, they could change it a little bit and make it a stronger build?
Yes.
Maybe +1 Zealot?
Yeah, strong.
Yeah, I think so.
But he still hasn't done it. I want to ask you a little bit about you. What do you think your chances are in this tournament of getting far? How far do you think you will go?
This tournament? If I hope I win.
You want to win?
Yes.
You hope, but what do you think?
If God bless me,
Yeah.
then I can win.
That's a good thing to hope for, to say the least. So, assuming that you were to, get to the finals, when you look at the other side of the bracket, who's scariest? Like, you think patience or fantasy?
Curious.
Yes. Three all strong. So, but I am now 뭐냐 down group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't care.
Okay.
This new uniform. I think this uniform is basketball uniform.
Yeah.
So I'm prepare performance.
Okay.
All right.
He's
Well,
ready to go. He's got his basketball uniform on.
feeling confident. Those new Dead Pixels
Yeah,
uniforms.
He's got the guns. Look at him. They're out.
Right now?
All right. Well, it was great to hear from you.
내일이다. Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Okay.
Tomorrow for sure.
Tomorrow, if I win, I will show performance.
Okay. Great.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for coming out. Congratulations on advancing to the round of 8. Guys, we have one more round of 16 match to bring you this evening. We'll be coming to that after a short commercial break. You're watching DreamHack Open 2015 Valencia.